So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. First of all, I apologize for delay in uploading the video of sun placement in the 8th house of the D-9 Navamsha chart in Vedic Astrology. Reason why actually I have delayed this video. Initially, I was thinking about like, okay, let me not to upload such kind of a videos, but still okay, whatever the positive negatives that are in the astrological birth chart, it's my duty, responsibility to bring it in front of you. First of all, you need to have basic understandings regarding how this 8th house of the D-9 Navamsha chart is first of all differ from the D1 chart in Vedic astrology. See, 8th house in the D9 chart is the representation of the any amount of major setbacks and sufferings that are actually coming into your life. And if you want to check specifically, okay, from which areas these setbacks and sufferings are coming, you simply need to pay attention towards the zodiac sign of Leo actually. Because in this case, sun is in the 8th house, and specifically check the zodiac sign of Leo in the D1 chart. Wherever the sign of Leo is posited, it shows the area of suffering is going to be from that particular area. If it is in the 2nd house, it means the family is becoming the responsible reason. If it is in the 4th house, so mother, 10th house, father, 7th house, your spouse, your life partner. So in this way, you need to first of all check where the zodiac sign of Leo is posited in the D1 chart. And after that amount of sufferings which are coming in your life, how your life is actually getting transformed and reshaped, whether it's reshaping and taking a positive end or whether it's taking a negative end, and that you need to check into your D9 chart. Specifically look where or in which zodiac sign this sun is posited in your 8th house. Most of the time I will tell you, sun particularly in this 8th house actually have the capability to bring good results over the passage of time. Like when I say over the passage of time, it's like slowly as the person matures actually. Because initially what is going to be happening, this is Surya in the initial stages of the life, because of its own ego, it's actually going to be shattering most of the relationships. And it's not necessary it's only your ego. Depending over the zodiac sign placement, it represents the ego of the other person in the relationship part. And that is actually going to be becoming the #1 cause with this Surya to actually not be able to sustain and survive any sort of relationships from the longer duration of the time. And it's not only with regards to the spouse and life partner I'm discussing, it may be with regards to your mother, with your father, with your siblings, even with your colleagues and other co-workers as well. So that is the area where that sufferings are going to be coming. Now, if the dignity of the Surya is very powerful, for example, Surya is exalted or in its own zodiac sign of Leo, or if it is in the Agni mean like the zodiac sign of Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. In these 3 zodiac signs, the Surya is actually becoming very powerful. And that is where whatever the sufferings that you people have suffered, sun actually have the capacity to convert that as an advantage. By mean to say converting in the form of advantage here, sun is also becoming a very spiritual planet, specifically when it's dissolving with the energy of the 8th house. So here then the positive motto of the sun is going to be towards the improvement. First of all, Surya is going to initially improve your own side, okay. It's also the natural Atam Karka Graha, soul significator. So this Surya in the 8th house is going to be creating purification inside you, okay. Whatever the impurities which are present inside you, sun is going to be like purifying these things. And because of that purification factor that have happened inside you, then this purification is going to be reflected into the outside side of the life as well. Second main point is connected with the financial aspect. Usually whenever the malefics like Saturn, Sun and Mars, we are not discussing Rahu Ketu as of now, we'll discuss later on. But if the Sun, Mars and Saturn, specifically these malefic associations are coming in the 8th house of the D9 chart, these people are going to be naturally taking their financial journey very seriously. And from the very beginning stages of the life, because Sun mature at the age of 21 in Vedic astrology. So 21st year is actually going to be the year of major transformation in your life. It may be you enter into new relationship, it may be some breakup happen, it may be some big fight happened, or some sort of suffering will going to come at the age of 21. and that actually have the capability to create a transformations into your life. And that is where from the very beginning stages, this Surya or planet Sun in the 8th house have the capacity to take the financial journey very, very seriously. These people are also going to be very practical in nature, because what is happening when you are going to be initially going through very rough patches into your life. So Sun in the 8th house is going to discover a life from totally new perspective. And it's not the only perspective which is going to be based over the foundation of money. Surya, you need to understand, it's that kind of a graha in the Saur Mandal, or it's actually one of the biggest urja, okay. Now Sun is actually a planet which is considered as a giver of everything, okay. Sun is the giver of life, it's the giver of money, wealth. If you go to any Shastras also, okay, Sun is your father, so because of your father, your existence is there. So the basic idea behind Sun is actually it's the giver. In the 8th house, you simply need to understand, in the relationship aspect, in the relationship part, in the marriage or the married life aspect, this Surya is always going to be sitting on the giving end. Like you keep on giving love, care, affection, support, these things towards other people, and then it becomes very, very difficult for you to receive these things back into your life. And this is the Drid Karma or the fixed karma which is associated with this Surya. If this is getting Vargottama, like same zodiac sign in the D1 and in the D9 chart, then this Drid karmas are also getting more intensified. If this Surya is forming connection with Rahu and Ketu axis, then it's also becoming more Drid karma, more fixated. If it is even forming connection with the sign of Scorpio and even with the sign of Aquarius, then again it's actually becoming highly Drid karma. Now Drid means the fixation, okay. So there are certain kind of karmas in Vedic astrology which we individuals have no capacity to change. And by chance, if the sign of Leo is forming connection with the 7th house in the D1 chart and then Sun is in the 8th house, then it's a representation of a Drid karma which is associated with your marriage and the married life aspect. The rejoice part or the enjoyment part is actually going to be becoming very difficult because of this Surya in the 8th house, because it's naturally, I told you, it's a planet of giving. Now it doesn't matter whether you are a male watching this video or a female watching this video. If you are a male watching this video, consider it as in the form of providing some sort of a financial security and other things to your family. And even if you are a female watching this video, it means you need to provide or you need to give something. It's like some portion of your soul or your Atman is giving away. Now although that giving away aspect is considered as also very painful, because it's like that you keep on giving and you are not receiving anything back into your life. And that is where you need to have the basic understandings of the spiritual side, or how to actually look relationships from the spiritual perspective rather than looking it from some of the emotional and other or the love perspective actually. Because whenever you are considering any relationships from the love perspective, it means you are having some sort of expectations in back of your mind from that particular person or that area. Now with this Surya, I told you it's a giver, okay. So expectation with this Surya is always going to create disappointments in your life. But whereas if for example you choose the path of, okay, let me start looking these relationships from the spiritual perspective, by mean to say spiritual perspective where you are no longer connected with the final outcome, or you are like you have accepted that part, okay, it's my duty to give away these things, and maybe this giving away which I'm doing right now might going to be helping me in some way or another way. Only in this way you will be able to utilize this Surya energy to the utmost power actually. Otherwise with this Surya, if you are going to be becoming more conservative, or even if you think like that, okay, I'm not in a position to give, this idea of not in position to give actually is also going to be very painful because of the Surya. Sun is actually the dignity of a person, okay, it's your own self-esteem, okay, and Sun is that only planet which is not going to be compromising over the self-esteem, okay. Any other planet have the capability to create compromise, but Surya is the king actually. So king is not going to be compromising over that particular area. And that is the reason I told you malefics are going to be taking financial journey very, very seriously. And Surya is that kind of a planet. And it's not only the financial journey they are taking very seriously. It's your duty to take that journey very seriously. Otherwise, your self-esteem is going to be creating a lot of hampering factor inside you. I understand, okay, if you go back in the maybe 19th century, 18th, or way back in the old yugas, knowledge is more important, and knowledge is also considered as the purest form, okay. Knowledge means the goddess Saraswati. So knowledge is actually considered as the purest form. But in the Kali Yuga, in which the century we are living currently in, knowledge is not going to help you to get that sort of a self-esteem in your life. Because you need to have some sort of blessings of goddess of wealth actually. That is the financial side. Only then the self-esteem of this Surya is going to be coming out actually. Otherwise, this is that kind of a Surya where you make this Surya a very powerful, okay. Consider this Surya as a president of some country or maybe prime minister. But that president and prime minister is not having any authority and power. So what you are going to be doing with that sort of designation, okay. So this is not that kind of a Surya, okay. Don't try to make this Surya a completely pointless or the authorityless, because I told you the most important and the crucial factor where you need to be looking is your own self-esteem. That is also the reason not only the relationship, career part is also getting impacted because of this Surya. Very difficult for these people to work under someone else. These people are more and more actually going to be more independent kind of a personalities. If on the other hand, if for example the sun in the 8th and the 2nd house of the Navamsha Kundali, if for example there are multiple planets are preoccupied in these houses, like for example sun is not alone there. Sun is forming connection maybe with Mercury, Venus, and in the 2nd house there are other planets also. Maybe Mars is up there, and then there is a cluster of planets which are coming. I will tell you, if the cluster of planets are going to be coming in the 2nd and the 8th axis, you need to immediately leave the family on one side actually. And you need to choose the option of the career and your own financial security and freedom. Otherwise, I will tell you, more the congestion which is going to be happening in this axis, the more amount of distractions which are going to be coming into your life. So the end result is not going to be in your favor then. I told you it's totally in your hand to actually utilize this energy of Surya in the positive side. Until and unless it's not Drid. Okay, Drid means the fixed actually. I told you only there are few cases. If it is Vargottama Surya, Rahu Ketu axis, okay, sign of Scorpio and Aquarius, then this is Drid karma. But otherwise, it's not considered as a Drid karma. Last aspect of the Surya is actually connected with the Tantra Vidya also. Now, in my own personal research, I have seen many tantrics, okay. Now, I don't know whether you understand the word tantric or not, but tantric is a person who have attained some sort of supernatural powers, like Riddhi and Siddhi, okay. I have seen many good astrologers with this Surya in the 8th house. I have seen many good numerologers, or that are people that are specifically working in the field of Vedic astrology, or having Surya in that 8th house. Now, the reason why these people are having this Surya in the Navamsha Kundali, because I told you Navamsha is it's the fruits actually, okay. It's the fruits which you are going to be enjoying. Surya in Vedic astrology, originally it's naturally the significant of the 5th house in the Kalparsha Kundali. And 5th house is ruled by Surya with the sign of Leo. So here what is happening, that Leo energy is actually somewhat getting dissolved into the 8th house. Now, honestly speaking, if you want to go in the field of occult, you are most welcomed. Even this Surya, for example, if you don't want to go in that field, I don't like this field of occult sciences, circumstances are going to be molded in such a way where at some point in your life, this Surya will eventually going to force you to find the answers or the reasons of the life. The word I'm using here is that tantric knowledge. You can also consider it as the knowledge of life, because sun actually have the capacity to look into the 8th house, create that sort of brightness up there, and then find the answers. Okay, what is the reason, the purpose, why I'm born, why my life is designed in such a way, if these and these kind of things are happening, why these things are happening. So sun in the 8th house also have that capacity to go deeper into the one aspect of the life, and then sun actually have the capacity to bring out the conclusion. And upon drawing that conclusion, that is actually going to be very, very helpful for you. And with the help of your own conclusions, you can actually help this outside world as well. And I will tell you, this is placement of Surya is considered as one of the most powerful placements in Vedic astrology. Not only Surya, you can watch the video of Mars placement in the 8th house also. That placement of the Mars is also considered as the one of the most powerful placements actually. Because if you look in the original Kal Pursh Kundli, the trine houses, 1st house and the 5th house, even 9th house, these are the Agni trines. So Agni whenever is actually forming connection with the 8th house of the Navamsha Kundli, so this Agni have the capacity to create something out of that 8th house. It's not necessary it's in the form of invention you are doing. It may be, I told you, like drawing conclusions based over your own personal experiences. So that part is going to be one of the most positive angle which is present up there. So this is the analysis from my side, and I hope you have gained some deep insights in this video with me. If you are having any queries, any consultations with regards to your sun placement or any other planetary placement, so don't hesitate to get in touch with me. If you require any consultations with regards to marriage, career, business, or maybe spiritual consultation, do let me know. Also, if you have gained some deep insights, you can send me super thanks also. You can also make sure to subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. And once again, I apologize for lately uploading this video. There are few points which I would like to discuss with you people, but not on this open platform. I'm going to be sharing that part with the Surya. So till then, please take care of yourself, and I'm going to be meeting you very soon in the next video, and we will start our journey of the 9th house of the Navamsa chart. So till then, please take care and may God bless you. Hare Krishna.